You know, I don't wish harm on anybody for the most part, but you just love to see it. Like, this is like Schadenfreude. You know, I don't wish that people would be harmed, but it's like sometimes things are just going to happen and you can't help but enjoy it. Co-founder of ReOpen Maryland tests positive for COVID-19. It's funny how capricious this thing is. Look at this fucking loser. So this is just really funny fluff. Real quick though, if you don't know much about Maryland, people claim is a Democratic state, but they've got a Republican mayor, Larry Hogan. I remember I was somewhat involved with the 2018 gubernatorial campaign to help Ben Jealous, the Democratic nominee, win. He failed to win, and the reason is because Democrats would prefer a Republican. Keep in mind, Maryland is a very neoliberal, D.C. state. It's right next to D.C., so keep in mind, it's rotten to the core. But the Democrats would rather have a Republican than a Democrat that just said that they supported Medicare for all. Ben Jealous, wasn't the, full-throated Bernie Sanders style of support for Medicare for all, but he supported Medicare for all. And that was so offensive in 2018 to Democrats that they voted to re-elect a Republican. However, this is one of those Republicans that's a never-Trumper kind of Republican. And, it's a very interesting case. Again, it's one of those things that, just blurs the line. What's the difference between Republican and Democrat? Who's further to the left, Joe Manchin or Larry Hogan? I mean, honestly, that's a hard decision to make. But either way, let's read the article. The co-founder of the ReOpen Maryland movement says he has tested positive for the coronavirus. Tim Walters posted a series of Facebook videos about his illness, but said he would not cooperate with contact tracing efforts by public health officials, reported the Baltimore Sun. I was diagnosed yesterday at the ER with COVID-19, Walters said, and here I am, months after not wearing a mask at rallies, churches, and so on, and it's so funny how capricious this thing is. The two-time Republican candidate for the General Assembly helped organize protests in Annapolis and elsewhere against the shutdown orders implemented by Governor Larry Hogan and the hopes of containing the pandemic. Keep in mind, Larry Hogan, another tidbit, was Larry Hogan's wife, I believe, has connections with South Korea, and Larry Hogan had the Maryland National Guard protect shipments of masks because the Trump administration was going to try to seize them and distribute them to their own buddies. So this is another thing. This guy's a never-Trump Republican, but I mean, honestly, what's the difference between a never-Trump Republican and Joe Biden? I don't know, but the 53-year-old Walters said he had diabetes and has not maintained good health habits since leaving the U.S. Navy, and admitted in one video to having a dry cough since March that he had recently worsened and now included a headache, fever, and loss of focus in one eye. Ooh. I just want to educate people, Walters said. Don't live in fear. Chances are that everyone is going to get this. That's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Walter's wife and family members have also been tested for the virus, and he encouraged anyone else who has come into contact with him in recent weeks to pay attention to possible symptoms, but said he would not provide information to public health officials for use in contact tracing. I will not share anybody's information with the government. He says, I will not do it. Again, this is the kind of thing where you get people like this, right? You get people like this dude who have drunk the Kool-Aid so much, right? They've just fully, immersed themselves in, the whole right-wing culture. That, again, 55% of Republicans do not believe in germs. I did a video on this. You can look that up. Just, look up 55%. You'll probably find it. 55% of Republicans don't believe in germs. They don't say, I don't wash my hands, whatever. These people are freak shows. They are losers. And they're going to try to drag us down with them. Reminder, if 80% of people in America wore a mask when they went outside, COVID would be effectively eliminated from March up until now, and probably from now up until the end of the year if we just started now. But these people are an anchor tied to our ankles and tying us down, and it's just disgusting how fucking psychopathic and brazen they are. It's just fucking despicable. Honestly, it's despicable. It's absolutely fucking despicable. And all of these people honestly need to be shamed. If you ever see them in public, shame them. Roll up with a posse. Just surround them at the grocery store. Middle finger. Shame, shame, shame. Just go for it. You know what I mean? Because these people should not be allowed in public comfortably. The reason why they do this is because they know no one's going to fucking hassle them. They think, I'm just going to wear a mask and whatever. But they're killing people. They are killing people. It's like if you went to a restaurant and the manager was like, you know, we don't wash our dishes because we just don't believe in soap. You know, we just don't believe in it. You know, it's our right to, like, we save the time and the overhead. We don't buy dish soap. We don't pay someone to be a busboy. We just don't reuse our dishes. Like, what if you went to that restaurant not knowing that, and then you got food poisoning? How would you feel? Because that's how I feel. That's how I would feel if I got COVID-19 because this motherfucker decided, oh, it doesn't exist, and then goes to the grocery store every day and coughs their fucking germs on the fucking pasta fucking boxes. It's unbelievable. It's disgusting. These people need to be publicly shamed. These people need to, like, be locked in their houses for all I care. And again, if we had an effective government response, we would give everyone everything they need to stay at home, but we're not doing that. So it's creating this everyone for themselves mentality that allows this stupid anti-science position to flourish with impunity. And Jesus fucking goddamn Christ, is it fucking infuriating?